What do you think about the recent things going on with the Weinstein guy, with Harvey Weinstein? Because you told me stuff about, you know, how you.
Well, let's just put it like this, right? You know, I know I made Paid in Full over there, and I know that him and I had a lot of aggressive interaction. And I know even culturally, like my people would say things like I would see here interviews with Wood Harris and with Just Blaze and all that, and they'd be like, oh, he yelled at Harvey Weinstein, he yelled at the Weinsteins. But the bottom line is, like, when I look at somebody treat other people wrong, I can't just look the other way.
Right.
And any opportunity I get, I know I'm strong, but I'm always make them suffer for the people that aren't strong enough. So if you notice, the people that I usually bomb on are people that ultimately you always find out were really treating other people poorly. And when I was being judged for fighting them and treating them a certain way, no one really knew why I was doing it, because that's not why I do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not really for people to know. It's for me to say, on my watch, if I see you treating people poorly culturally, women, whatever, not only in my presence am I going to make sure you know I'm not all right with you, but I'm going to always make sure other people know to be warned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make sure that you don't feel that bulliness that you could feel on other people on me. But as a result, I get judged for it. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like, you know, with time, everything always reveals itself. But you know, I made Paid in Full with them, but I never made another movie with them. I never worked with them again.
Were you upset
why
because you said something about them not promoting the movie well? They didn't.
Well, it was the thing is that whole experience. You know, like now you could identify the face with the experience, but I always told y'all they were acting funny. They didn't want to put the movie out. I had to put pressure on them. I had to lean on them.
Was it because you exposed him? You exposed him or got at him about?
Well, like I said, the bottom line is, whatever he was doing, you know, I'm not the kind of guy to be talking about another dude like that. Just saying, I just would personally do what I could do. Period. You know what I'm saying? And keep it like that. And I never acted like I wanted to be around certain people. I never wanted to be affiliated with certain people. I didn't want to work with people no more. Matter of fact, the reason why I got into making independent films is because I wanted to get some. Remember, I was like, I wanted to get some of their money. It was his I wanted to get.
Right. I
wanted to get in the indie world to make him uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't like the way it was another version of culture vulture. I didn't like the way they were exploiting my culture, the script that they wanted me to put out, the way they wanted to put it out, the way they carried me. I would watch the way he would talk to his staff, and I would say, don't y'all ever talk to me like that, never. Like off top, I'm gonna tell you, don't talk to me or none of my staff like that. Don't touch none of that. Like, you know, I always had those boundaries, and that was shocking to people. They would be like, you talk to him like that, and I'd be like, why not? And I put pressure on them all around the world to put out Paid in Full correctly. Like I caught him in France, I caught him in Paris. You know, because he wasn't expecting me to be those places, but they were trying not to put out Paid in Full, and then they wouldn't have a meeting with me about Paid in Full unless Russell was present, and I was like, why? Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was the balance.
Well, it was like, I respect Russell, but if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. But the thing is, like, what am I gonna do? Like, why are you treating me like you need someone to come calm me down, like because of the color of my skin, because you're not used to a person of my color or my complexion having an opinion about this project and having passion and protecting it and him and his people.
Right.
So it's like every time I've ever protected people, every time I protected myself justifiably, it's like almost everyone else is like, you talk to him like that? Nobody, you ain't gonna never work no more. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and that was the reason they were saying you could get blackballed, was because
I'm not working with him regardless. You can't blackball me bottom line is, if you're not right, we're not gonna get along. Period. And you know me.
Yeah.
I get along with everybody that does things correctly, that lives by a certain code. Everyone that doesn't, if you work with me and you try to do something that's going to violate my principles, you're probably going to get a reaction from me that you're not going to be used to, and that you're not going to enjoy, and that you're not going to like in that moment in front of other people. But that is the reason why I've always reacted in that way, is because people are violating the principles that I came up on. And where I came up, you violate these principles, you end up dead.
Yeah.
So I would just have to eat that. Like, the crazy shit is how much disrespect I've sustained from nerds. Like, all the killers I've known in the street, none of them have ever disrespected me. But the nerds, every violation has the nerdy, because they have no idea of repercussion. And you have to wear that, because you really can't do nothing to a nerd, because he has no problem telling you. He's not honorable anyway.
Right.
So that's not an issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's been my frustration the whole time. I've had to deal with these kind of people, watch everybody give them props, and then they try to play me. And then when I be like, don't play me like you play everybody else, then everybody tries to make it look like I'm crazy. But then 10 years later, when it comes out and it's popular, now everybody's bombing on them. But I've been bombing on them, you know, publicly. Like it wasn't even like it was in the paper.
So it wasn't even a shock when you heard about it. It was like, oh, okay.
It was like, again, I'm not gonna do that to the man. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. But the bottom line is there were certain things that have been tolerated, and it's not just him. It's a lot of things that I'm like, if this ever come out, it's gonna be crazy for him. And there's a lot of that. That's like one of so many things that you just don't see that. And the most shocking part about it is how many people look the other way. How many people work with people despite the fact they know they'll be touching little girls. I won't. And I can show you, I made a movie with that person, then I walked away from that person. But you got to look at a person can't work with a person unless he's like that person. Yeah. I can't get money with a pedophile.
As soon as you find out, hell no.
All right, but a lot of people still do. Yeah. But look how many people wasn't saying nothing. So now that one person saying, everybody's saying it because it's popular. But the thing is, what defines you is when you say something that's right when it's not popular. And that's when I come out and say shit, when it's not popular. Everything that everybody's popular about, being independent, bombing on this dude, bombing on culture vultures. I've been doing that when it wasn't the popular thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it was truthful. The test was the bag. Will you choose your principles and your morals, or will you choose the bag?
Well, they'd be like, "Dang, you better be careful.
Yo, 99.
They're gonna stop your flow.
And you've seen it. Yeah. Everyone. That's what everybody says. Dame hurts himself. Why? Because you know why? Because Dame won't look the other way.
Right.
I'm not doing it, and I won't, and that's why I think it's sustainable to have honor. You'll still be here and on your own terms.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people look the other way.
We'll be able to live with yourself, just to turn a blind eye to something.
I don't even know how that feels.
Going wrong.
In Harlem, you don't turn a blind eye. That's not really what you do.
Yeah.
At least when I was outside, you know what I'm saying? But
speak up. Yeah.
So you know, it's funny to see it, but it also gives me faith and patience. So when things are unjust, and you wanted things to happen in that moment, it might not be the time because people aren't ready.
Right.
But with patience, from my experience, it seems like everything reveals itself. So all you got to do is sit back and be cool and be confident in your faith and with your principles and what you believe in, and know that that's the right thing to do, regardless if it's the popular thing to do.
What's done in the dark.
More than likely, if it's the popular thing, it's the wrong time. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, again, I take pride in the fact that I could identify things way before everyone else, and whether they're popular or it's the popular thing to do, I'm gonna do what's right. Yeah. Period, and that's it. That's it. There's no test there.
Because a lot of people coming forward with courage now.
That's the test. Well, yeah, everybody coming forward because everybody coming forward. But the question is this: why are all these high-end people? Why did they not say anything for so long?
Yeah, when it was
these people that are coming out are these people are high-end, but that means that they were all looking the other way all this time until a group of people decided to come out.
Yeah,
it gave them courage, even on the high-end level. Why does everybody look the other way? That's the thing I don't do. That's why I'm the outcast, because I'm not looking the other way. I just rather be out the way. I don't look the other way, I just be out the way. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So what would you say for any woman that's going into acting, going into the Hollywood?
I tell anybody, make your own shit. Don't wait for somebody to hire you because they're gonna make you do it on their terms. And you see what happens when the wrong person gets control.
Right.
So that's the thing, is I never let anyone get control. Always keep your control. Do it yourself, and then you're in control. That's it. It's a very simple thing. It transcends everything. Be independent. You either live in somebody else or your own.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, independent.
As an adult.
Yeah,
so then why? You rather have your own business or be working in somebody else's.
Right.
When you working in somebody else's business, you working in their house. It's not your house. You got to abide by their rules when you go in their office, and you have to do what you are told.
Right.
You get paid, then you leave. Why not control that? Yeah. Like, the thing that's the illest thing about this Weinstein situation is he's getting fired from a company that he started. It's called the Weinstein Company, and he's getting fired. Why? Because someone else is putting up the money. And I always said this. I don't care what you say, how you look, whoever's putting up the money is the boss.
Right.
If you could get fired from your own company, are you the boss?
Not at all.
So you telling me he wasn't the boss? But why everybody was calling him boss? I wasn't, because I knew. I was calling him, get this herb out of here.
He was a manager.
In public. I already knew that. I'm flipping my own bread. At the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care how big or not it is, it's mine. And I take pride in that. And that is priceless to me, and that's what makes me wealthy, because what I do is mine. You know what I'm saying? Period. And that shit, I know how that feel. I don't know how it don't feel. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of having like another man, especially someone that's unjust, be in control of my destiny.
A boss.
And then he's not a boss. He gets fired by, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you get fired from your own company? The shit is called your name. That's yours?
With your brothers.
All of that. You own 41%, you know that. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The misconception, the way things are presented, how many people look the other way. That's why I stay out the way, because I can't get caught up in none of that bubblegum shit. I got shit to do. And I'm not working with nobody that's not right, period. It's just how I was brought up. And look, you know what I'm saying? I got daughters, man. I got daughters. So anytime I see anything going bad with any kind of girl, I'm always thinking about how I want a person to treat my daughter. So I'm never going to be around anybody that treats women terribly. It will never happen. And I know how crazy I was when I was young. That's why I've apologized. I was like, yo, I was bugging. Because once I got the enlightenment of how important women are and what a real man would do, I was like, that's not what a real man would do. A real man would never disrespect a woman. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And I got daughters. Nobody, I would never do something to a woman that I know I hurt somebody over.
To know that though, you have to look at it. Yeah,
you know, I was a kid, man. I was young. As an adult, you know, I was too old for that shit. But you know, once I got evolved, you know, and the thing that puts you in perspective is your kids, because that's your karma. The things you don't care about, the things that don't hurt you, it might hurt your kids, and then you got to worry about that, because if they hurt, you hurt. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you got to walk that arrow. And even if you're like your daughters, you know, no matter what, a daughter's going to end up being with a person that's like her dad. So if her dad treats her well, they'll get with a man that will treat her well. If her dad doesn't treat her well, then she'll accept not being treated well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's I always say this. I'm reinforcing it, and I'm watching how my daughters are dating. My daughter, she has someone that's similar, you know, that gives her the respect that she's supposed to have. She wouldn't know anything but that. It would feel unfamiliar to her because of the respect that I give her. As
soon as she feels anything other than that, she's getting out the way.
Or she calling somebody. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gonna get her out the way. Me, she got that strength there, but she knows better. But you know, the example that you have to be as a man is important to your kids. Right. You got to be the person you want your children and the people you love to be.
Right. I saw like a lot of people saying that it was an era when men were doing that to women more in Hollywood and just period. You know, just being disrespectful.
But it was barbaric for women back in the day. Yeah. Women couldn't vote. They were treated, you know, I don't know why.
Sexual harassment was at an all-time high.
Well, it was just that standing up for yourself wasn't popular. You understand? So no one stood up for themselves. Right. That's it. And men are physically stronger, so they took advantage of women who are physically weaker, period. You know? Like God gives a man the ability to be so strong to see how he's going to use it. That's the test. Like it's plenty of times I could break somebody's neck and I don't. Not just because I could, I'm not going to do it. Or there's many times there's a button I could push. I'll never push that button. Yeah. That's why I have the power of being able to push the button, because I won't. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But a lot of people will. People will overcompensate because they can't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's the true test. As a man, you use your strength to protect, to go get food, period. To make other people you love feel safe. But being a bully, that's corny, and that's the test. If you big and strong and you misuse that, then you going to hell.
Did anyone ever ask you why? Did anyone ever ask you, you know, anybody that you've ever heard say anything about the Weinstein situation when you barked on them, right? Did anyone ever ask you why?
That I barked on them?
Yeah, like why you did that?
I tell them. I always tell them. I just say, yo, I don't like the way they treat people, and they're not treating me like that, and they tried to shit on my movie. I was fighting in the street over that movie, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really got to the street over the shit that they was doing. You know, the thing about when you make a movie, you know, they pay for it, it's their movie, but you get blamed for every bad thing that happens because you outside. Of course. So, you know, again, I got a temper, so things would happen. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fucking make the movie. I didn't pay for it. I did what I could do. I got a fee. You know what I'm saying? They did what was in their best interest because they paid for it. It's not my movie. You know what I'm saying? I made the movie. I developed the movie. I protected the movie. I went to war for that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, physically fought for that movie. I can't go back into Canada because of that movie without a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? That shit had a big effect on my life. Cam got shot over that movie. That shit was real. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're the ones that benefit from it. It don't make sense. That's why I was like, I got to start doing things on my own. The reason why, it's funny, the reason why I got in the independent movie business was because of the Weinstein. Because I didn't like the way they treated me when I did Paid in Full. If you listen to my story, for all the years that I told it, it was always that.
That was your motivation.
I always said that. But nobody heard me. But now that it's popular, people going to understand and put a face with it, and then they'll relate and be, oh, no wonder he was acting like that. Dane just wasn't having it. You understand? Yeah, exactly. But I'm not gonna run out there and say all of that stupid shit. Like, think what you want.
Yeah, you been telling me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see you and I know you, I'll be like, nah, let me peep.
I knew about that for years.
Like, these niggas is crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy over there. It's dark, man. That's what I'm saying. Now, you would think this man's happy. He has a great wife, successful, the whole nine. And look what kind of bubblegum shit he's doing. Because he doing things for the wrong reasons. People do things, look like they winning, but feel like they losing, and then they do some old stupid shit. Right. What type of shit is that? It's everything that's supposed to be the greatest thing. Everybody I know around goes through some dark shit behind that shit.
Back to what I was saying, so just really truly the advice to any woman in the industry.
Do it yourself.
Just do it yourself.
You know, make a short film, get a digital, get someone that can edit. People are millennial these days. Everyone can do everything. So you have the ability to shoot things and edit right there from your house, period. So, you know, I would just do short films. You know, I would do just like the girl from Insecure. It seems like they made a web series and then it turned into a television series.
Protect yourself.
It's just keep working. But you got to control your image and your likeness and control your life and your destiny. So you stay in control. Write it. Make yourself look as good as possible. Not in a long period of time. Do a short film.
Anything that's funny on these auditions, anything, get up out of there. You know. Well,
you know, honestly, I just think there should be a tolerance level. You should not be tolerating anyone disrespecting you for anything, period. That's everything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me just going for an interview or a tryout is ripping my soul, to have to ask and have to solicit my service and get judgment and then could be denied. Like, that's why I don't do those kind of things, because I would never subject myself to that. And some people have a tolerance for that, which I don't. But if you do have a tolerance for that, you still, once it comes to your principles, never cross that line. No matter what, your principles and your respect for yourself will always lead your actions. If someone asks you to do something that disrespects your scruples or your morals, just don't do it. It's not a question. Should I do it? Is the bag big enough, but I'll be famous? If you choose the wrong answer, then you have some serious issues to deal with within yourself. And once you get what you think are your dreams, then you're going to be unhappy and then be dark and crazy like everybody else. A lot of people get famous and become dark because what they had to do to get famous, it takes a lot of your soul. And what I was required to do to get to the level everyone wanted me to go to required me not being who I am. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted to continue to be myself. I didn't want to change in that respect. And that's why I was like, I'm not going to be around people that require me to change my ideals and my morals and my principles, you know, which will make me feel terrible about myself. You know, all that really counts is how you feel about yourself. When you're in the shower by yourself, if you're happy with yourself, then you're good. If you're doing some dumb shit, that time alone is torture for a person that's doing something that's not,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Torture. That time alone. That's why most people, you notice, be around a lot of people a lot. Because alone, it kills them. It tortures them.
They constantly need distractions to keep them away from thinking about themselves.
To keep them to think about what they're doing. The imminent future. Because at the end of the day, we all got the answer. It's gonna happen. You think 70 years is a long time, and it's not in the big picture. I'm already 46. I can't even believe it. And I always say I still feel like 20 or something, just smarter. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know, I'm on my vegan and all that. I'm healthy right now. Shit, I'm looking forward to my future. Like, think about this. How many people are looking forward to getting old? And you're not going to stay young. So why you invest in being young and you ain't going to stay young? You should invest in being old. You're going to be old longer than you're going to be young. And what, you're going to be old trying to act young? Then you look stupid. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of dye on your skin, your beard.
Yeah, you out there, you the old man, you the same person you was laughing at. And now you like,
dye on your nose.
Now you excusing the laughter. Oh yeah, I know how they laughing. I'm that's alright, but yo, I'm 46.
You dying your arm here.
Okay, she's 21, I'm killing him. Nah, nigga, you supposed to be home, being loved and taken care of and eating good and taking care of your kids. You ain't supposed to be out recruiting as an old man. You know what I'm saying?
Sugar daddy style.
You just corny, man. That's lonely man style.
What y'all call in New York? You said call a doula. What you call him Johnny.
Oh yeah, Johnny for sure. Johnny. You're gonna be a paycheck. But honestly, a lot of people are alright with that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are right with
Johnnies out there.
A lot of people are right with paying, for paying for things that when I was outside, I was not all right with paying for. It's a different mentality. I'm not going to judge it. It's just I ain't going to participate in it. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But I'm not that dude. Like a lot of dudes only could get girls if they got money. Only could get girls, and a lot of dudes if they have no money gonna get all the girls. Yeah. Now imagine if you the guy that gets all the girls if you have no bread and you got bread. Dame Dash.
What's happening? This is the big homie Kenyatta. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you haven't already, hit the notification so you can get an alert each and every time our hip-hop motivation videos come up. And also, thank you for your support. Peace and blessings.
This week on DDN.
So while you work out, you're not diabetic?
Continuing the debate between David Kane and Layla Africa, traditional versus non-traditional doctors.
Just throw it in the muscle.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. This is your show, bro.
But I'm just saying.
You can ask me to lead.
We believe that connected devices like these kinds of
Jeff Dodges teaches us how to track your diabetes using OneDrop.
Can transform healthcare today.
So you're about to make a quiche without crust?
Raquel makes a delicious breakfast frittata.
Yep.
All right.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
So good. Being in love with someone that loves the same thing you love.
And entrepreneurial life with special guest Linnell Jackson.
And we get to create the things that we love. And that's what we monetize.
For the full episode, check out our YouTube channel and dame-studios.com.
Listen, for mad years I walked around with my neck looking like a Nestle Crunch bar. I had to do something about it. What I found is that a razor bump is nothing but an ingrown hair that curls into the skin and causes the skin to become enlarged or inflamed, making it look like a bump. But it's not a pimple. It's a hair that grows into the skin causing inflammation. You have to remove that hair, and then you have to use yourself a nice skin astringent, something that can do the trick, something that can get rid of those razor bumps. So what did I create? Bump Assassin, organic skin astringent. To order your own bottle of Bump Assassin, go to hiphopmotivation.bigcartel.com.
When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. I have a book called Culture Vultures.
Wait, what's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. Have you ever looked at the hip hop motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
This is serious. The Fashion Game. Culture Vultures, the book. In business, Dame is a guy that's worn many hats.
Yo, you can either think of a master plan or get mastered by somebody else's plan. Check it. As a barber, one of the most important life lessons I learned is to never do anything without seeing the ending result first. Before I understood the value of seeing results, I used to waste a lot of time sometimes doing double work because I didn't have a vision of where I was going. Then I started taking consultations more serious by not even turning on my clippers until I had a clear understanding of the result my client was planning to see. And in turn, it became easier to achieve the style they wanted to see in half the time. Real talk, the most successful barbers and beauticians are the ones that see the ending results before they start any service. Write this down. Before making any moves, know where you're going. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the #1 killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the number one killer. The number one killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bro. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. I think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now, dude.
I was in my groove.
Yeah.
I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money. Like the dollar, like the euro, like the pound, like the franc pause, like the yen.